Taking a look at the interest rate markets today, I want to focus on the 10-year note. We're seeing some selling pressure to start the week. We're seeing the 10-year at the 122.30 level. We saw a high of 123.05 half and a low of 122.29 half. So really at the low end of the range when you look at the price structure for the 10-year. And again, we're seeing the sell-off to start the week. And last week we did see some moderation in the 10-year. We saw a couple days where it bucked the downtrend that it's realized here for the last 3 weeks or so. We saw a little bit of stabilization, but now we're seeing that selling pressure coming back into the market. So I think that as we continue to see this unfold this week, commodity prices being one of the drivers, I believe, pushing rates higher and prices lower, particularly when you look at the 10-year. We had some news coming out of the oil markets. We're seeing commodity space across the board really jumping higher today, and I think that's a factor playing into the reason why we're seeing some selling pressure on that 10-year note. Looking at the curve, I want to point out something very interesting that's taken place here today. When you look at the curve, you're looking at the yield curve here. The 10s and the 30s are the bigger movers today. We're seeing the 10-year note around 259, the 30-year around 299. Top end of the range for the last month, but also when you look at compared to the 3-month and the 2-year, you're not seeing that move nearly as much today. So we're seeing that front end of the curve pretty much flat to up slightly, a little bit higher yields in the front end. Back end 10-year, 30-year, definitely bigger movers when you look at the yield curve. Also levels I want to point out here starting this week. We've had some key levels here in the 10-year, and we're getting close to the bottom end of the range here. And I want to point out that 122.26 half level, that's the low from a week ago. And if we see a breach of that, that would be a new low in this downtrend and continue that downtrend, the momentum to the downside. And also on the upside, 123.06 is where that downward trending line is coming in as you see this downtrend, like I said, over the last month. So those are a couple of levels here I think that we're watching closely this week to see if we maintain the current levels within this downtrend, or we break out to further momentum to the downside, or buck the current downtrend and break back above that 123.06 level.